Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Longchamp Racecourse here on Sunday. It is the 3rd of October 2021. We're going to look at the Arc de Triomphe and all the other stakes races on the program from Longchamp. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and I mean it around the world. So let's get to the stakes action from Longchamp. We'll be looking at races 1, 2, the featured 4th race, which is the Arc, the 5th, 6th, and 7th race, all the group races. Starting off with the opener, the first race, local post time of 2:15. It is the Group 1 Prix-Marcel BOUSSAC Stakes. It's a Group 1 event for the fillies here, going for a purse $489,500. We have a field 9 two-year-old fillies going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. As a top selection, take the one-horse Recollet. We'll go 1-4 in the Forecast Exacta. 1-4 Forecast Exacta, top selection of one-horse Recollet. This two-year-old filly by Frankel. Jed Manon, Andre Farb trains Maxime Guillaume against the mounts. The horse's most recent outing came to conditions race at Chantilly on the 17th of September. Soft ground, 1 mile there, and the horse went by 4 lengths and had the speed from the inside. He broke on top, moved her way towards the front end. When she quickened up, she got the job done. First time facing winners. An all-around good race there. Coming here, a very good poster, can handle a very good give in the ground. It's going to be very soft today. I think the horse is really going to be on the up and up facing group quality horses for the first time. 2 back in the debut at Deauville, the 8th of August, 7.5 furlongs on yielding ground in a two-year-old maiden race, and the horse went by 3/4 length. Was a little lackadaisical early on, but slowly moved her way up. She got the job done, but I've seen more impressive victories first outing, but she's really improved with that next race. Like I said, coming here with a great pedigree with the Frankel and the Empire Maker on the dam side, I really think this horse could really run a good race. 1-2, it's a very short price, but like I said, drawn well. Let's use her here. Your second likeliest winner is the 4-horse Fleur de Aris. Miguel Barcelona is on this one for Godolphin and Andre Farb. Most recently in the Prix d'Aumule at Longchamp over the mile in September, the horse won by 1.5 lengths and had the speed from the inside again to win very, very easily. In the Prix de Calvados, though, at Deauville, I didn't think the horse settled well there, but going back to a 1-mile trip on very soft ground, I think she goes up a lot. 9-2, we'll definitely use her in the play spots. But to recount my selection for the first from Patty Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix-Marcel BOUSSAC. Let's take the one-horse Recollet. Give kudos to the 4-horse Fleur de Aris. 1-4 in your Forecast Exacta to the second. Race number 2 from Patty Longchamp. It is the Group 1 Prix JEAN-LUC LAGARDERE Stakes. It's Group 1 event going for a purse of $489,500. Race for 2-year-olds here. We have a field of 9 horses going the distance of ground of 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. As a top selection here, we're going to go take the number 3 horse Angel Blue. We'll go 3-8 in your Forecast Exacta. 3-8 Forecast Exacta. Top selection 3 horse Angel Blue. This 2-year-old called by Dark Angel. Ralph Beckett trains this one. Frankie Dettori gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 27th of July at Goodwood, 7 furlongs in the Group 2 Vintage Stakes, and the horse won by 3/4 length. Had to be used a lot that day, but she got the job in the nick of time. I do like, after a very hard race that they gave the horse almost a 2-month refreshing, coming back here to a 7-furlong trip, drawn very well, likes to wet ground off the form. I think the horse goes up a lot off the bench, and I think this horse is sitting on a very good run, also drawn very well. I do not like very wide posters here at Longchamp because it's just a detriment to a good rally, but I do like a little bit of wide trip in the lane here at Longchamp. I do in the final 2, because I think the rail when you're quickening up for home here at Longchamp could be a little gooey at times when it's very wet. I do think the outside passes just one for the final 2 are a little bit better, so hopefully Frankie could take her out from the for that final 2 furlongs after the fall straight. 2 back, the horse ran at Enlisted Stakes at Ascot, 7 furlongs, 24th of July, and she finished second by length, and she just couldn't quicken up. I don't know if she liked Ascot. I don't know if she liked the fast ground either. You know, her worst races have come on fast ground, and she just never got into it. But before that, in the Group 2 Coventry Stakes on fast ground, 6 furlongs to 15th of June, finished 13th by 15.5 lengths, and didn't really settle well. He never quickened up, and was just very crap that day. Wasn't her day to win. And then a conditions race of Pontefract, soft ground, 6 furlongs, 28th of May, winning by 1 1/4 lengths. She won for fun, never really getting to the bottom of the horse. I do like her most 2 recent races. I do think she goes up a lot on the heavy ground. Drawn well, 12-1, give her a shot. Along with the number 8 horse here, Ancient Rome. Miguel Barcelona is on this one for Godolphin, for Michael Tabor and Andre Farb. Most recently, they ran the horse in the Group 3 Prix de Chanis at Longchamp, 1 mile, 9th September, winning by 2 lengths. This horse won for fun, broke on top, quickened up nicely. An all-around good race there on the yielding ground. Two back at soft ground at Deauville in a conditions race. First time facing winner, she won by 2 lengths, and again, won quite easily. Her only subpar race was at Compiègne in June, where she just never really settled well late, and she just was very lackadaisical. But after that race, she really concentrated on the run. Coming here is going to have to overcome a wide poster, but off the ability of the last races, if she shows that form, he should win by a mile and a half. Has some good dirt pedigree. I wonder if they would take this horse to America next start out to run that Breeze Cup Juvenile if they want to be very competitive, but we'll have to wait and see. But 4 to 5, he could definitely win, but he's gonna have to overcome the wide post draw. But to recap my selection for the second from Patty Longchamp, it's to Group 1 Jean-LUC LAGARDERE. Let's take the number 3 horse here, who is Angel Blue. Give kudos to the 8 horse Angel Rome. 3-8 in your forecast exacta. Let's get to the featured 4th race from Longchamp. The featured 4th race from Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. It's a Group 1 event going for a purse of just over $6.1 million, raced for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 15 horses going 2,400 meters or a mile and a half on the Patty Longchamp, a very soft turf course. As a top selection here, I'm going to take the number 3 horse Broom. We'll go 3-11-4. That's my top 3 in this race. 3-11-4, top selection of 3 horse Broom. Kumar owns this one. Aiden O'Brien trains this one. Takataki from Japan gets the mount on this 5-year-old horse by Australia. The horse's most recent outing came on the 12th of September here at Longchamp, a mile and a half in the local prep, the Group 1 Prix Foy, and the horse finished second by 1/4 lengths. He stalked early on from a little bit wide posture. He quickened up off the bench, just not 100% fresh, but he ran a good race. He loves a wet ground, and he's going to see it today. I do like the post 7 draw, and I really think he could do wonders in this race today. His races most recently haven't been half bad, and when he steps on soft ground, he goes up a lot. Watch out for him today. 2 back in the Group 1 King George at Ascot, a mile and a half on the 24th of July. He finished 4th by 9/4 lengths, and he's with him early on. He kind of hit the wall late. I do think the firm ground got to him there, and then prior to that, Saint-Cloud on the 4th of July, a mile and a half in the Group 1 Grand Prix de Saint-Cloud, winning by length. He settled well early on. He quickened up on the front end and just went away with it on the soft going. Good race. And then before that, on the 19th of June at Royal Ascot, a mile and a half in the Group 2 Hardwick. He finished second by 1/4 lengths, and again, wonderful tonight. Really just freaked that day, won nicely. But this horse settled, maybe a little bit wide around the bend, but he got going late. He showed form there, and then he ran before then the Tattersall Stakes, Tattersall's Gold Cup at Curragh, 1 mile on the 23rd of May. He finished second by a nose. Do think the trip was just a little bit too short for him there, but he was closing up gaining ground late there, and then prior to that at the Curragh on the 3rd of May, a mile and a quarter, and the Moores Bridge, he won by 2 lengths, over too short of a trip for him, but he still got the job done. Like I said, when he sees soft ground, he runs these good races. He's having a sneaky good 2021 season under the radar here after a little bit of subpar 2020 season, and like I said, I think he's on the up and up, and I think he's sitting on a very good race. Like I said, I think the little bit of a wide poster settles him well here today, and the Japanese are trying to win their first arc with the Japanese-based horse. I don't think that's going to happen today, but I think a Japanese rider will probably win it today with Yu Takataki, and it'd be kind of cool for them to win this race, for him to win this race, because he's won every single other race in the world except this one. But I think at 30-1, this horse is sitting on a very good race. Let's use him here. You can't throw out either the 11-horse Hurricane Lane. This Godolphin 3-year-old colt by Frankel. Charlie Appleby trains. James Doyle gets the mount. Most recently, they ran the horse in the St. Ledger at Doncaster over the mile 6.5 furlongs, and he won by 2 3/4 lengths, and at 73 cents a dollar. He could have won around another 5 times and won that easily, and all around good race there. 2 back around the Grand Prix de Paris here at Longchamp on the 14th of July on Bastille Day, and he won by 6, and again, he just walked there. So he's proven he can win over the arc course from a little bit wide posture. He's drawn on the inside today. He can handle given the ground, and Charlie Appleby has a few in this one, with Adair also the Derby winner. I think Adair is too short of a price here for 3.5 to 1. I think a 5 to 1 Hurricane Lane is on the up and has run these better figures, and I think he's sitting on a very good run also. Drawn well. Don't throw out Hurricane Lane, and I also think the 4-horse Tenawa, your last year's Brews Cup turf winner and last year's Prix de l'Opera winner. She had a decent race in the Irish Champions last time out. It was a very exciting race. Just couldn't keep up with St. Mark's Basilica, but coming here on soft ground again, drawn very well. It wouldn't surprise me if the Saga Khan owned 5-year-old mare by Shamadal gets a good trip here and wins. Keep this horse on your ticket, but I do prefer the other 2 before her, but she can win on ability. But to recap my selection for the 4th from Patty Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. Let's take as a top selection the 3-horse Broom. We'll give kudos to the 11-horse Hurricane Lane and the 4-horse Tarnawa. We'll go 3, 11, 4, and like I said, use them all in your place pod, and depending on the price, small each ways on them, but it's going to be a very exciting arc this year. Let's get to the 5th from Longchamp. Race number 5 from Longchamp. It is the Group 1 Prix de l'Opera. It's a Group 1 event going for a purse of $611,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 15 horses, 15 fillies going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. My top selection here in the Prix de l'Opera, a very wide open race. I'm going to take the 4-horse Adera. I'm going to go 5:15 and the Forecast Exacta. 5:15 Forecast Exacta. Top selection of 5-horse Adera. This 5-year-old mare by Whitton Bassett. Airto's Menzabal gets him out for James Fanshawe. The horse's most recent outing came in the Group 1 Prix Jean-Romanet at Deauville, yielding ground a mile and a quarter on the 22nd of August, and he finished second by a nose. I do think the trip was just a little bit too wide for him. It took him a little bit of time to get going, but you know, he just couldn't keep up late for that wide posture. That's what I'm trying to say. Coming here with a little bit better posture on very soft ground off some decent races, I think this horse is really on the up and up. Two back, the horse ran the Group 1 Nassau Stakes a good one, a mile and a quarter on 29th of July, and the horse finished 5th by 7 3/4 lengths, and with a very high weight, was under the drive and just not excelling there. Wasn't the day to win, and then prior to that against the boys in the Prince of Wales at Ascot, a mile and a quarter on the 16th of June. The horse ran a very good race behind the filly that they Love, finishing second by 3/4 lengths. She settled well, she quickened up. Love just had the jump on her, but there was nothing bad about the seasonal reappearance there. And then last year's British Cup filly mare Turf at Keelan over the mile 3/16 on the 7th of November. The horse won by a neck, a little bit wide, but really Pierre-Charles Boudot rode a good race in time to finish well, beating Rushing Fall Home. A very, very good run. And then ran last year's Prix de l'Opera at Longchamp on heavy ground, a mile and a quarter there, and the horse finished 3rd by 3/4 length and had a dream trip. Just couldn't quicken up like Tarnawa and Alpine Star, but ran decently. Keep in mind, Tarnawa won next start out in the British Cup Turf at Keelan a month later, so this horse has some hidden form there. And then last year's Prix Jean-Romanet at Deauville in 2020, the horse won at 50-1 odds that day and had a dream trip. So his form hasn't been half bad. It's really been on the up and up. Should definitely get the mile and a quarter. Does decently here at Longchamp. Can handle the soft ground. 15-1 Let's Use Her. Your second likeliest winner, I think, is the 15-horse in Carville. 31 Christophe Soumillon's on this one. Most recently in the Prix Vermeil at Longchamp, mile and a half on the 12th of September. I do think the mile and a half was just too long for this horse. She finished 5th by 4.5 lengths, was hitting the wall late. It just wasn't the day to win. Back to a mile and a quarter, which she could settle well, drawn with very good posture. I think the horse sitting on a good run. Two back, a horse ran the Group 2 Prix La Nouette at Deauville, mile and a quarter on the 21st of August. First start in 60 days. The horse finished 5th by 1/4 lengths, and it took her time to get going. She ran okay, but she just wasn't 100% crank there. And then before then, the Prix de Diane at Chantilly, a mile 5/16 on the 20th of June, drawn in the parking lot, finished 7th by 2 1/4 lengths. You know, ran a little bit better than the posture of 18 should do, but still, you know, you don't win from out there. But she still ran decently. And then before then, the Prix Saint-Honoré at Longchamp, mile and a quarter on the 24th of May. Guess what? She's a course and distance winner, winning by a head. She settled well, she quickened up, and a very, very good race. Her Oak prep races, or the Prix de Diane prep races in the spring, weren't bad at all. She had a very good place in the Prix de Cleopatra at Saint-Cloud, and a very good place before then, Prix Penelope at Saint-Cloud. She just wasn't, getting first to the finish line, but not running these bad races at all. Coming back to soft ground, drawn very well, cutting back and jump from the last race. At 30-1, I'm going to use this horse on the ticket and this very wide open Prix de l'Opera. So to recount my selection for the 5th from Paris Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix de l'Opera. Let's take as a top selection the 5-horse Adera. Give kudos to the 15-horse in Carville. We'll go 5:15 and your Forecast Exacta. Let's get to the 6th race, because we're going to go flying here in the 6th one. The 6th race from Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix de l'Abbaye de Longchamp. It's a Group 1 event going for a purse of $428,000, race for 2-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 15 horses flying the distance of ground of 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to take the number 11 horse Romantic Proposal. We'll go 11, 11-5 in your forecast exacta. 11-5 forecast exacta. Top selection 11 horse Romantic Proposal. This 5-year-old mare by Ravens Past gets Hayes up in the saddle coming from Ireland to ride this one. The horse's most recent outing came 12th September at the Curragh, 5 furlongs in the Group 1 Flying 5 Stakes, and the horse won by a 3/4 length, and she settled well and had a good pace in front of her, quickened up nicely in the front end, and she got the job done off the 2-month refreshing. That was a very good run. Coming here to Longchamp, very soft ground, liked a bit of a wide poster here. I think the horse could really run a good race. 2 back in the Group 2 Sapphire Stakes at the Curragh, 5 furlongs 17th of July, and the horse finished third by 4 lengths. Just really couldn't quicken up late, you know, just had a little bit of a trouble trip. You need to have good trips in these 5 furlong races. And then prior to that, 26th of June at the Curragh, 6 furlongs and listed stakes. She won by 1/2 lengths, and you know, facing very lesser quality horses, she just settled well, quickened up nicely, and just kept going. A very easy race for her there. And the Group 3 Pre-Ballygoan at the Curragh, 6 furlongs on the 2nd of June. She finished second by a 1/2 length, and again, she was closing up just a little bit too late there. Maybe the high weight got to her, but really as the season has gone on, she's really found some great form, and I think she's sitting on a very good race here today at 7-1. Let's use her. You can throw out the number 5 horse here, Bernouil. Christophe Soumillon is on this 4-year-old gelding by Lupe de Vega. Most recently, the Group 3 Prix de Petite Corvette at Longchamp, 5 furlongs, 12th of September, the local prep race. The horse won by 3.5 lengths, and she had to run over this course and an easy run because she quickened up nicely in the front end, went away with it. A very, very good race there off the bench. 2 back at Shanty, 5 furlongs and list stakes on the 25th of June. She finished second by 1/4 lengths, and I thought she just wasn't handling the course well. You know, never had the good turn of foot. It wasn't her day to win, but she likes running here at Longchamp very well. She has some speed to win here. Another wide poster, 5-1. It wouldn't surprise me if she gets the job done, so we'll use her on the ticket. But to recount my selection for the 6 from Patty Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix d'Alibi de Longchamp. As a top selection, we'll take the 11 horse Romantic Proposal. We'll give kudos to the 5 horse Bernouil. 11-5 in your forecast exacta. Let's get to the race number 7 from Longchamp. The 7th race from Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix de la Forêt Stakes. It's a Group 1 event going for a purse of $428,000, race for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 16 horses entered to go 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. As a top selection here, we're going to take the 7 horse Colesso as a top selection. We'll go 7-3 in the forecast exacta. 7-3 forecast exacta. Top selection 7 horse Colesso. This 3-year-old colt by Street Boss. Theo Bachelet is on this one. The horse's most recent outing came 21st of August at Deauville, yielding ground 1 mile in the Group 3 Prix de Daphnis, and the horse finished 5th by 2.25 lengths there. And she just never had a clear trip that day. She kind of plodded along, never could get clear late. It just wasn't her day to win. Coming back to Longchamp, where the horse had a very good run in the Poulines back in the spring. I think the horse could really get a better race here today. 2 back, the horse ran the Group 1 Prix Jean-Prat at Deauville, 7 furlongs on heavy ground the 11th of August, and the horse finished 5th by 6 lengths there. And again, the horse just never was really comfortable, never could quicken up, didn't show that form like the horse had early on in the season. The horse ran the Group 1 Poulet d'Essai des Poulines, basically the French 2,000 guineas here at Longchamp, 1 mile on the 16th of May, and the horse finished second by 1.75 lengths behind St. Mark's Basilica. Outran that 81-1 odds that day. He settled well. He stalked, had a decent turn of foot. St. Mark's Basilica just had the jump on him, but there was nothing bad about that run. And then the conditions race before the Longchamp, 1 mile on the 22nd of April, finishing third by had an all-out finish. He just couldn't get there late, but again, he still outran at 6-1 odds, and then a very good seasonal reappearance back at Chantilly, going a mile in a conditions race on the 9th of March, where he just got beat by slightly better horses. If he could show that form today, he could win. I do like the inside post draw. We'll give him a shot here at 20-1. You also have to give a shot to the 3 horse Ken Ross for Frankie Dettori and Ralph Beckett. Most recently, they ran the horse in the Prix Maurice de Geest, where he finished 5th by 3.75 lengths, and he never really settled well. Coming back to a 7 furlong trip, which I think is more up his alley, he should really run a good race. He won at 7 in the Lennox Stakes at Goodwood back on the 27th of June, winning by a neck from a very wide post. He got the job done in hand, and then the last time Dettori rode the horse was in the John of God at Haydock and Yielding Ground, 7 furlongs in May, winning by 1.25 lengths. Again, he won for fun. Gonna give him a shot here also. Finally come back to a 7 furlong trip. Earlier this season at Maidan, they tried him over a little bit of a 2,000 or 1,800 meters where he just wasn't really running. But I think it's a mile, 7 furlongs, which he's getting today. You know, that's the trip he wants. 12-1, let's give him a shot. So to recount my selection for the 7 from Patty Longchamp, it is the Group 1 Prix de la Forêt. As a top selection, we'll take the 7 horse Colesso. We'll give kudos to the 3-horse Kinross, 7-3 in your forecast exacta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.